All right, good timing with that. Who do you think you are? United States Congressman?
You've just been elected to serve in Florida.
I'm well, you know, I'm running for right now. I'm hoping they elect me as the Speaker of the House. Fingers crossed. I mean, it could be anyone. That's the greatest part.
Right now,
it doesn't even have to be a congressman. I could be elected Speaker. So you know, I feel like that gives me a decent shot with the Trumpers. You know.
You know what I think is going to happen? I think Matt Gaetz is going to try to propose that Trump becomes Speaker of the House, gets voted Speaker of the House.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he tried, but like,
Matt Taylor Green already suggested it.
Yeah. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised. They were floating it last time too, but Trump said he didn't want to do it. But this time he said he would
be Speaker and run for president at the same time. He'd have to resign.
Yes, you can. It is legal, but he wouldn't be able to, right? But this time he said he would help them out temporarily if needed.
You probably run, but you can't get it. When you get it, you'd have to.
Well, yes, because you can't hold two offices at the same time. All right, let's get started. John, we missed you. You looked like you had a blast in Mexico.
It was great, man. I had a really good time.
For those who haven't seen since the last time, if you go to the scenery channel, I did like fly-through/run-throughs of several zones. So I think, what did I get? I got Idleshire, I got the Dravanian Hinterlands and Forelands, and I got Ishgard. Woo! So not sure if you guys have seen those, but that'll give you an idea of what you're looking at, where you are.
Never seen them before.
I'll probably do more. I don't believe you. I don't think you've seen any of those. Yeah. Okay. So, last time, it was a big fucking fight where you guys fought a Kaiser Behemoth, and it was part 2 of the fight against the Kaiser Behemoth, and managed to scrape by with your lives, although Emmerich did die in the process.
Temporarily.
What was that?
Temporarily.
Temporarily, yes. Sid revivified him. Azuro very nearly died as well. Several people were down. Am I forgetting anything? But no, you end up killing it. And one of his meteors knocked loose the subterrane of this building, like the sub-basement, in which there was a coffer filled with all kinds of magical stuff that the researcher who was here apparently didn't want. So, their loss, your gain. Azuro did manage to learn the spell he was looking for, and was only slightly dejected when he realized he couldn't cast it yet, at least not with his life intact.
We all have to make sacrifices.
You may die, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Listen, if I ever need to level a town or, knock the top off a mountain, I've got that ability.
Yeah. Behemoth died. You learned that the cause of it was a trident that was stuck up in between its armpit from probably a moron adventurer who sought to catch it unawares. But other than that, that's where we left off last time. So not a lot happened aside from the battle, I think.
Did Kevin die?
Kevin didn't even fight.
What was Kevin doing?
But he was there. He just missed every single attack and took no damage.
He kept trying to swat the goblins out of the air, but couldn't reach, so he's just running around.
He has no depth perception. They're like 40 feet up, and he's swinging his sword from the ground.
Nope.
No. So yeah, you were basically autopilot. I didn't have you participate. So.
Okay, fair. As long as I was there fighting.
Oh yeah, you're there. You're there. You guys are in the Dravanian Hinterlands. And that's where we will pick up right now. Fen, get out of the kitchen.
Mr. Fen.
Fen. Thank you.
Now that we've killed that thing, can we get out of here?
Excuse me.
Yeah. Triple X.
Do any of you have a bag of holding or something
Yeah, my bag holds a
to
lot of things.
make it easier to transport this thing? And she motions to the behemoth's head.
Hey, why we gotta transport that thing?
Huge.
Much,
Size of this table.
much larger than the diameter. Of the bag of holding.
Because we're gonna get it stuffed.
Why? But the thing's like 20 times the size of you. I mean, I could put 20 of you in that thing and probably still have room for like, I don't know, some of my stuff.
Oh, not like that. We're gonna stuff it and put it on a wall in your castle.
I mean, I actually like that idea. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, can't we just like, well, let me go see if I can pick it up. One sec. Kevin's gonna go try to pick it up.
Sure. Roll a strength check.
Got it. Yeah, no problem.
We could call it athletics.
Oh, athletics is
Cassette
even better.
would probably carry it herself, but all right.
That is a 24. Thanks for the athletics check.
Cassette probably could carry it, but it'd be very awkward. So this thing is about 6 fulms in length. And the width is like about 4 fulms, not including the horns on the side. And then the height is like another 3 fulms on top of that, like 3 to 4 fulms on top of that. So it's pretty big.
You're missing the opportunity of like extreme awkwardness because she's so tiny. The head would completely cover her, so it would be like this massive behemoth head just floating along the trail.
Oh, one sec. Let me make this thing a little bit lighter. Kevin puts the head down, and then takes his dagger out and starts like digging inside of it to like take out the brain and the guts. So it's a little bit. Hey, that's way better. Hey,
That was much better than I thought it was going to
this
do.
was gonna be heavy, but hold on one second. He puts it on top of his head. How do I look? Roar! Meteor!
Bob was crying? Or like whining?
Oh, he's trying to carry this toy.
Yeah, Kevin picks up a rock on the ground with its thing on the head, just throws it. Meteor! Smash!
Wait, what did you throw the rock at?
I don't know. He can't see because he has the behemoth head on, so he just chucked it.
Oh, okay. It's pretty smelly inside. Even though you carved everything out, like there's still blood and viscera like dripping out of the neck on top of you.
For sure.
You throw the rock and it goes like 4 feet.
Hey, hey, Professor, how do I look?
Kevin, I'm gonna suggest that you probably take that off your head.
Roar! Hey, there's nothing about having a little fun. I mean, look, no one died for a very long time, and
just like raising his hand and he says for a very long time and he puts it back down.
you know what? Sometimes my pops always said it's good to stop and smell the roses. You know, I never saw a rose. I'm pretty sure we had them in our village, but this is like stopping and having a good time, Professor.
I'm pretty sure that the inside of that does not smell like roses.
Oh, no. It actually smells like dead, starting to slightly turn meat, but, still pretty fresh.
Yeah. I have a bag of holding, but I don't know that it'll actually fit in there. We might actually have to
I can tie this on my back and it'd be no problem. I'll hold it here. Hey, DX, you mind tying this thing for me?
It was
Sure, I could tie
by
it.
6
Why
is
doesn't
length.
Leo just shrink it?
then by
I mean, then it wouldn't be as cool now, would it?
Not including the
I
horns.
guess not. So
Yeah.
I'll start tying.
Yeah, start tying. I don't want anyone to think we killed a small behemoth, you know? I want them to think we killed a big behemoth.
Well, at the very least, this will also serve as a proof so we can collect the bounty.
I mean, shouldn't our word be good enough, Professor?
No.
Just no.
Let me see if that's all tight now, DX. Kevin tries to like jump up a little bit, like move around, see if it's well tied on.
You just have it tied to your back.
Yeah, like kind of like through my backpack and I don't know.
That thing was real
DX is
fucking
great
awkward.
with like knots and whatnot. She's
How long
great.
is your routine last?
10 minutes. So it'd be enough to get it in the bag, and then the weight of it is within the bag's capacity. Then to get it out, you'd have to turn the bag inside out to remove it because it wouldn't fit through the portal. But inverting a bag of holding dumps all its contents on the ground.
Hey, this DX. This kind of reminds me when we play that game called BDSN. You know, best do some knots. You know, we used to tie each other up and see if we could be there. You know, one time we got to get naked to like see if we can really get the knots tied up. And hey, I felt like you spanked me that one time, but
Oh yeah, probably more than once.
yeah, kind of like that, but you know, with more clothes on.
Yeah, but you know that all came in handy today.
Hey, like I said, everything we were learning back there was gonna come in handy one day, especially your hands. Very handy.
Hands coming in handy.
Hey, didn't I say give me a handy all the time, right? When I need you to be handy with your hands.
I love it when you can hear John slightly break character because of the ridiculousness of what Kevin is saying.
Anyway, thanks for the handy, DJ. DX. Honestly, I feel so great right now. Another like giant monster slayed. I just got a handy from my best friend. I mean, what's a better day than today?
Yeah, you do seem much better. You were feeling a little sick when you were eating those 6 cheeseburgers back at the end.
I mean, you know, sometimes what you used to say that your stomach is bigger than your head, or your head's bigger than your stomach. One of those things. I just ate more than I thought I could, and it happens. You like getting stuffed. You used to say, come on, Kevin, I want you to stuff me up. And I gave you all the food you wanted.
Well, that's true. Home cooking always was something I wouldn't pass up on.
Hey, if you ever need a good stuffing, you just let me know, DX.
All right, thanks, Kevin.
Somebody else, please talk. Oh, speaking of which, who's writing this week? I don't know whose turn it is.
Well, I'm still finishing the one from the last 2 weeks. So,
Right.
If nobody, you
Jimmy
can
will
go.
I'll do it.
Okay.
All right,
back
so
to-
into town, I want to spend all afternoon dawdling here.
You're in You're in the Dravanian Forelands right now. The closest town would be Idleshire. You could teleport to get back to Ishgard, or you could go to Tailfeather if you wanted to go there. If I'm not mistaken, there are some things that you still wanted to do in the hinterlands. But yeah, so that's where you are.
Might not be a terrible idea to go back to Idleshire and rest after that, and then decide where we're going from there.
Hey.
Agreed.
Hey, you were saying something over there? Hey, C Cubed, you okay?
Hmm?
It sounded like you were saying something.
I was saying I agree with Sid that we should go to Idleshire to rest. I'm still quite beat up from our fight.
No worries. Maybe you got to train a little bit better. I mean, look at me. I don't even feel like I was touched. Anyway,
While you say that, you look over and you see a Zuro who looks like he's been crushed by a giant.
Azuro's still laying on the ground.
Yeah.
hey, I'll go over to help pick up Azura. Hey, what name did I come up with you? Oh, hey, Zoro. Let's get out of this foreskin land and get on to Idleshire.
Azuro kind of like shakes off being, hit on the head by a giant meteor and looks around and says, "Did we save the town?"
I mean, I don't see a town around here, but we did kill the behemoth, and honestly, you do way better than I expected. You look like a puny wimpy guy. The fact that you took an entire meteor on your head and didn't die, I mean, that says a lot. You're good by my book, and I slap you on the back really, really hard.
All over again.
Definitely mad at you.
Azuro just falls straight to the ground again.
Oh, careful, hey, you fell there! And I picked you back up.
So
How many hit points do you have right now? You like at 8?
God, if that.
Okay.
Well, you should have gotten the prayer of healing too. So that was around
Oh, that's right. That was a good chunk of healing there. Like
20 or
17
so.
or something. It was
28.
Yeah,
28 healing.
28. Okay.
So you're not nearly as broken as you thought.
Anyway,
No,
I
I
know
still
where I'm
feel
going.
it though.
Everyone follow me. Kevin heads in the opposite direction of Idleshire.
No, Kevin. Other way.
Oh, well, that's right. Sometimes when you fly, Professor, you go upside down, and then the direction gets flipped. And I was trying to go messed when I should have been going.
I don't remember you flying out here, but
I was flipped upside down.
yeah. I mean,
west.
sure, absolutely.
Hey, yeah. Anyway, follow me, everyone. And I'm feeling great. And anything that comes in our way, I'll be sure to handle.
Delicious mouthing.
All right. So you begin the trek on foot because your chocobos did not survive 1, let alone 2 meteors.
I thought they ran away.
I mean, if there's anything left of them, they probably would have run away. But no, the chocobos are straight up toasted. Yeah.
Drumsticks everywhere.
Yeah, you got Kugane fried chocobos.
Sweet.
Cool. So you walk back to Idleshire. Walking back, especially Kevin at a slower pace while he's carrying this ginormous behemoth head on his back. It takes you about an hour of trudging to get there. But you're also all kind of beat up, so taking it slow, not the worst idea. But eventually, you do make your way into Idleshire, where you're greeted by an army of goblins and other citizens of Idleshire, all with makeshift weapons, like just waiting to defend the town in case the behemoth came. Because if you remember, you guys kind of set them off last time.
Good on them, though. Taking
Oh no, Professor, watch out! The green guys are back!
Stop.
Kevin starts charging.
No, Kevin.
charging.
Here comes the behemoth.
Oh god.
Start
No,
blowing up the
Kevin,
mine.
they're defending the town.
The green guys?
Yes.
Professor, the green guys?
I mean, they're not really all that green. They're kind of, brownish.
Oh, that's right. They always kind of look a little green to me. Sorry, everyone. I thought you were trying to kill us. And he puts his sword away.
Is that a behemoth head? Is that what it looks like?
Kevin looks around. Where? Spins around again. We killed a behemoth. There's another one.
No.
Keeps spinning.
Kevin,
He's turning.
Kevin, it's on your back, Kevin. Remember, tied
What,
it
a
onto your
behemoth's
back.
on my back?
No.
You just see one of the townsfolk just kind of like turn to somebody else like, I don't even know why we got these weapons. If that came for us, we'd be fucked.
We it's not going to be threatening the town for now.
Yep,
Well-
yep, that's right.
You just see a tall guy in the background. Once again, he's wearing the pig head. It's Adkirag, the cook over at the inn, and he's just, well, for saving the town, cheeseburgers are on me.
Yay! Maybe something else other than cheeseburgers this time. Anything.
Behemoth
I love me a
burgers.
cheeseburger, but
You guys
last
left
time.
You just took the head. As far as I can tell, like I know Cassette took some of the claws from the behemoth, but you left the majority of the carcass just out there, right?
Yeah,
That'll
Tommy
feed the
took
town
some
for a
bones,
while.
wasn't it?
That's right. Tommy takes some bones. Somebody said went down for a while. What was that?
I said that would feed the town for a while.
I mean, if they went to go get it, sure.
Well, we left most of the behemoth body out there. Couldn't take everything with us, but you're welcome to the pickings if you want it. Also, don't forget, it was Cliffhangers Inc. that saved the day again. Inti, the cards. Cliffhangers Inc. I'm the CEO.
Right. He reaches into his pocket. I gotta get some more cards made, but here's her off-white eggshell one.
Hand them out to all the people. That's right. If you're looking for adventurers that need towns a saving, or damsels a saving, or dragons a slaying, you call. How do you call? You yell out for Cliffside Inc. We have a jingle. Inti, you want to sing the jingle?
Isn't that what you are?
Hey, Inti, you want to sing the jingle to them?
Oh, we got a copyright takedown notice for our last jingle. We're gonna have to make a new one.
Man, I hate when that happens.
And if you think of being out of character, that's something Andy would say 100%.
It is something you would say. I was putting you on the spot trying to sing a song. And you weaseled out of it very well.
Okay, so Indy's just going around handing out his card to a bunch of just shocked townspeople who are like, I don't even know how to read, and it's like giving them cards. Yeah, but where would you like to go, and what are you going to do with the head?
Can we get the
Look for
reward?
a taxidermist.
I don't know. I don't remember which place put the bounty out.
The bounty was in Ishgard from Clan Centurio. In terms of taxidermy, that is not something that they have in Idleshire yet, considering they're rebuilding it. Taxidermy didn't really seem like the most important thing.
One of the first.
Hey, whoa, CQ, we killed this thing. Well, I don't want to pay any taxes on it. That's silly.
Oh, taxidermist is just a fancy word for someone who stuffs dead animals.
Oh. Why they have to create a stupid word like that? Why couldn't you just call it the animal stuffer?
Because it's less syllables.
One second. Wait 1 second there. Hey, Professor, what's a syllable again?
It's part of a word. Each word is broken up into syllables. It's kind of a sound.
Oh, that's right. I remember. Okay, one second.
Remember the clapping? Remember the clapping?
Yeah, taxidermy, animal. Oh, okay, you got me on that one, C-Cubed.
God, give me tutoring flashbacks.
That was like so perfect. That was totally a teacher moment.
If it's all, I look at the pig-headed man. Do you have any rooms that have a private bathroom or a bathtub?
We have a couple of suites. I insisted that they build them. They're yours. You can have them.
Yeah, it's all the same to everybody. I need to go and clean up.
Oh, you got to poop?
No.
So I always say you should poop in the morning, Professor. I get my morning poop out every single morning, and it makes me good for fighting all day long.
I know you do. Yeah, I'll be upstairs.
Anyway, let's all go to the bar and celebrate. Drinks are on the town. Yeah!
Zoro also goes up to one of the rooms that are available, passes out.
So does Cassette. She needs a long rest.
So there's like 4 suites. Those are the ones that have the attached bathrooms. Then there's a bunch of other rooms that don't have attached bathrooms, but the hallway has like facilities that you could use and showers. So are the 3 of you that just mentioned that, are you all going for the suites or what?
Hell yeah.
I'm going in Sid Suite.
Oh, I was about to say bow chicka bow wow, but then wait, stuff like that. Yeah.
Hey,
So
go!
it's the awkward Cassette guarding while Sid's naked behind a privacy screen. He's like, "Why are you in here?"
Okay.
Go!
He's protecting his assets.
Sal, DX, you guys got to come out and celebrate with the drink, right? We can't just go to bed yet.
Yeah, I'll drink with you, Kevin.
Oh, perfect. Sal? Soul? Come
He's
on.
gonna nod, but he's messing with the mandolin, but he's nodding, and we'll go with you.
Nice! Hey, Agul, I know that was your second big fight with us. You did real good out there, for a little fairy. I thought you just flew around and stuff, but that second time I've been really impressed with you. And Sal, you didn't get scared this time and run away. That's a huge improvement.
I know I feel great right now. I don't know what it is, but I feel so calm.
Oh, see? Slaying big things ain't so scary, right?
I don't feel calm anymore.
Who was the third one going to the suite? It was Sid, Cassette,
Azuro.
Azura.
All right, drinks on the town, and we're gonna tell you all how we killed the behemoth.
All right, so Adkirag is just behind the bar, and he just puts out bottles for you. It's like serve yourself while he's sitting back there. He's got a notepad. He's like trying to figure out not cheeseburgers. What do I make? And he's just like writing things on there.
Yeah, and then unless they wanted to cover something, it will just be kind of
Hamburgers,
bar,
no. Meatloaf,
bar talk.
no.
Oh, they're
bar
not
talk
going
and regaling.
to. Okay, so you're spending a while just drinking, relaxing from the fight. While you're in that area, what are you doing? You meaning Sid and Cassette at the moment.
You said the bathroom is attached, a separate room off. Excuse me, Cassette. I just need a couple of minutes to myself, if you don't mind. I'm gonna go into the bathroom. Are there any windows in the bathroom?
There are not.
Okay. And I'll close the door and use a chair, any chair, anything to kind of block the door, and literally just clothed go into the bathtub and sit there in silence.
Okay. Having a bit of a breakdown?
So bad for sleep.
Okay.
Seth's gonna wait her turn and eventually be confused why she's not hearing any water.
Okay. Those of you who are downstairs drinking, is there anything in particular you want to do at this time?
Soul's gonna be focusing on the mandolin the entire time. She's not really like she's nervous to drink. But
So you're just kind of like looking at your bow, looking at the mandolin. You're like, how does that work? How can we make this work together?
Tetris music playing in his head.
Alright, Ghoul, you've been here for now a little bit over 2 weeks. What do you think about, like, our world compared to the fairy world? What'd you call it? The fake wild?
The fake wild.
Well, it's significantly more violent out here than I expected.
Yeah, it's awesome, ain't it?
No.
Dance, what did you start to say?
Oh, talking to me?
Yeah, you started to say something.
Oh, I just made a comment that the fake wild sounds tame. It's not fake, wild, fake.
Right. Okay. Azuro, you said you're passing out?
Yep, I am definitely exhausted after that. So
Alright.
long rest for me.
Sid, do you eventually come out of the bathroom?
Yeah, eventually I actually take a bath, clean up, and come out of the bathroom.
So like an hour and a half later, Cassette, if you need to clean up, it's your turn.
She needs to do more than that. She's been holding it in for a while.
Thank you for sharing.
I just picture her in her armor, just doing the little Lalafell nervous
The tippy
dance.
taps, yeah. The panic. Yeah. Okay. So the night rolls on. All of you who are downstairs are now significantly drunker. Did you stumble up to your rooms at some point, or was there something else you wanted to do?
Nope, stumbling up sounds fine.
Okay. So, all of you end up in your rooms. You fall asleep at various times. What's the word I was looking for here? Your ears are still kind of ringing from the fight. Like, it was very loud several times, and even though the adrenaline is now wearing off, you still kind of feel that rush. But your ears are ringing, your vision is still kind of swimming a little bit. It's the perfect time to fall asleep. That said, are you doing anything to anyone's dreams tonight?
Yes. Restful, pleasant dreams for those who have previously mentioned they enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was Deus Kevin. Soul hasn't said not to. I think it was Deus Kevin and Soul.
I don't think you messed with the Zero's dreams yet.
Nope.
Are you going to?
Sure.
Uh-oh.
So then, during the night, Azuro's much-needed restful dreams are filled with visions of him just casting meteor after meteor at an open countryside, just enjoying the new spell without unnecessary collateral damage to living things.
Or him.
Or himself.
Best dream ever.
Blowing up all
right.
things. Like one of those destruction the rage rooms, but for meteors.
Yes. Destruction countrysides. So, it's been a little while since you last had a vivid dream that you didn't really feel in control of. You once again find yourself standing on a gray landscape. You've seen this before. It's very familiar. Looking around, it's craggy, it's coarse, but it's empty. There's not really anyone around. Jutting up from the ground, some distance away, you do see that large tower again. What would you like to do?
I'll try to walk towards the large tower.
Okay. You will your legs to move, and you move. And you walk for a little while, tower getting closer and closer. When you get to the base of it, you are once again greeted by the same robed figures that you saw before.
Do they react to me being there?
Yes, underneath their masks, their mouths are exposed, and you can see them smile. There's 3 of them. 2 wearing black robes and 1 wearing white.
Call out like, you there. What is the meaning of this?
The meaning will be revealed to you in due time. But as I can see, you're coming along quite well as a vessel. La Habrea will be pleased.
Vessel? What do you mean a vessel?
Again, in due time, your reward will come.
Or do I feel like it's not going to be a reward? Do I... And this is the guy in the white robe saying this?
No, this one is a guy in a black robe, and he has a red mask.
And who are you 3?
Roll a charisma check. Just charisma. It's a shame you do not yet recognize us. You can refer to me as Igiorum. This is Elidibus. And this is Pashtarat. Elidibus is the one he identified in the white robe. I can spell him for you later.
It sounds like you know me well. Should I know you?
It's a shame you don't recognize us yet.
Yes.
We'll help you along. Come closer.
I go closer.
Okay. You are now like this close to the one who has identified himself as Igor. Yes. This vessel will do nicely. But perhaps a little bit of an accelerant is needed. And he reaches out and he puts his hand on your chest. And you just feel like this rush of energy coming inside of you, and then you just feel kind of unstable. Until the next time. And you feel your body being ripped off the surface, and you see through your eyes, you're flying up into the air. And from this, you can now look down, and everything is becoming much smaller to you. The tower, all of the craters, a gigantic hole in the middle of this surface. And as you get further out and further out and further out, you now realize you're looking down on the moon. And then you were flung across space. And you find yourself hurtling towards the earth. Down, 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 faster and faster and faster until you see Idleshire from above. And you're falling down through that, through the building, into your room. There's your body, smash, and you wake up.
Probably yells when he wakes up.
I would too.
Yeah.
Legitimately, that would...
It's like the worst falling nightmare where you just like the whole. Ugh.
Yeah.
What time is it?
It's morning.
This morning.
Uh,
So it's gonna be a little shaken.
Kevin kicks open the door to Saul's room with his sword, holding his sword. Sal! Who's attacking you?
Yell.
Screen door's open. Just been walking.
Well, it wasn't working for us, though.
There wasn't working.
It was at 73, but it was still fucking hot in here. So I opened that, and now it's getting lower.
I'm gonna grab my bow and point it at Kevin,
Hey.
but then, oh, Kevin, it's you. Oh, jeez.
Hey, who's attacking you? Who's attacking you? I
It
just
was
heard a
just a
scream. I'm pretty sure there was a woman in here. Oh.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that was me.
Are you sure? Like, is there a closet in the room?
Yes.
Kevin kicks open the closet.
Okay.
It's a sliding door. Went through it.
Yeah, it was a sliding door.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He kicked it open. Kevin puts his sword away. Oh, hey, sorry. I heard a scream. I came running. I thought there was a female that was trying to kill you or something. You were trying to kill her, or maybe there was sexy time, but it didn't sound like a sexy time scream.
Well, I'm glad you didn't bust in thinking it was a sexy time scream.
Well, you know what?
I'm gonna say that.
I've been my way around sexy time screams myself, at least twice, technically 3 times.
Congratulations on the sex, Kevin. I appreciate you coming in here to help me.
Hey, if you never need help, I mean, not with sexy time. I mean, you let me know.
I will certainly let you know.
Anyway, I'm heading down for breakfast. If you want something, come on down. And
I'll be down in a bit.
yeah. Hey, if you don't want like those creepy dreams, you should go talk to a ghoul. I mean, he gave me some real good dreams once. One really good one. He winks. That's out. And heads out.
How was his own doing?
Azuro is already downstairs in the common area, still physically bruised and battered, but looks like he got an amazing night's sleep and there was not a ridiculous combat from the day before, and is reading another bestiary taken from Sid's library, not the one with the behemoth in it, another one that just magically ended up in his pack.
I wonder how. Is there a particular monster you're looking for in there?
He's just flipping through, eating a breakfast burger,
Hey, Zoro, you're up. Kevin comes over, slaps him on the back really hard. Oh, you're looking real better than before. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Before that happens, Soul, from your dream, you remember that warm but very powerful feeling when it touched your chest? That's still there. You have earned the ability to cast as a ritual the spell Legend Lore once per week.
Wow, okay.
It's a good spell.
Great
Right,
spell.
now go back to you, Kevin. Go ahead.
You're looking great. Kevin kind of looks over his shoulder and sees that sees a picture of a monster. Oh, reading that bestiality book again, I see.
Azuro's mouth is full, doesn't really acknowledge Kevin, is just engrossed in this book and just kind of
Kevin sits down and orders some breakfast, and that's it. Has small talk with Zoro, but I'm sure he's actually Kevin's gonna talk to Zoro like Zoro's listening and talking back, but knowing he's not talking back, but like still just assumes he's listening, having a great conversation.
You flip to another page in your book. Shit, what was it called? Never mind, I'll get back to that. Continue with what you're doing. What's everyone else doing at the moment?
I'm gonna get up and come down for breakfast.
Did you do anything in your room?
Oh no, nothing noteworthy. I drank and then I passed out. Had a really good dream. AO.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, and that's when DX and I ran out completely covered in grease, naked as the baby we were born, and man, did we roll around the hay. It was so funny.
You telling that story again, Kevin?
I mean, it's a good story, isn't it?
Well, it's a good story, but I mean, you know, he's trying to eat his breakfast.
Zorro's enjoying the story. He's been saying the whole time.
Oh, okay. Well, keep going then. Don't let me stop you.
Meanwhile, Azuro, as you're flipping through the book, one page really catches your eye. It's a big monster called Sabatender Bailarina. And you see that it's listed there. It says, has the ability to eject thousands of needles from its body at once. Anyway. Okay. I thought there'd be more response.
Sorry, hold on.
Silence.
Did you miss what I had said?
No, I heard it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right, cool. Eul, anything for you?
I figure I'd head down. Probably would have slept in a flower pot or something. I don't need a whole room.
Adorable. All right, Kosid.
Yeah.
Coasted.
I'm already at the bar with a cup of coffee between my hands. I do not look like I got a good night's sleep.
I'm enjoying a breakfast hamburger.
Kevin's just talking real loud.
Okay.
What's wrong, Professor? You don't look too good. Are you feeling okay?
What was that?
I just said that you don't really look like you're feeling too good. Okay.
You know, it was, I spent a lot of energy during the fight and all. It's, you know, that was a big monster we had to take down.
Oh yeah, one of the biggest I think I've seen.
Yeah, I'll be okay in a little bit. I just wasn't really comfortable enough to sleep much.
Okay, well if you need anything, let me know. I'm here for you.
Thank you, Dax.
Okay. So I think the last one to come out would be Soul.
He's standing in his room.
Oh. All right. So
Hey,
Emmerich comes down. He doesn't have his armor on for the first time that you've ever seen him. He's not really relaxing clothes, but not really, set to go fight kind of thing. And he looks pretty disheveled, but like he had a good night's sleep. Bruises everywhere.
It's a gravel stuck in his face.
Yes, and he just unceremoniously sits down at the table with a plop and reaches over and grabs one of the breakfast burritos from a tray there and just absentmindedly, or not breakfast burger, and absentmindedly just starts like chomping on it.
Oh, well, Emery, you look way better not dead. Actually, I think I see some color back in your face.
I could not agree more, Master Kevin.
Hey, really good job on the fight. Minus the dying. We usually try not to die. That's like the main purpose when we go into fights, is not to die. So if there are any techniques I had to give you, that'd be the main one.
I will make sure to write that in my combat diary.
Oh, you got a combat diary?
Well, yes, don't you?
I mean, why would I want to keep a combat diary? Is that like a thing people... I thought only girls wrote in diaries.
Kevin, you are a unique one.
Oh, thanks, Emery. Oh, a ghoul. Hey, I noticed Sal hasn't come down yet. He had a nightmare last night, and I know we talked about getting permission and such for like giving like good dreams and whatnot. But maybe maybe he could get a good dream tomorrow night. I mean, I had a nightmare once, and ain't no fun.
Well, if he's prone to having nightmares, I can't really do anything about that if he's very emotionally distraught. The more you've got going on in your own head, it kind of supersedes the minor magics that I do to give you the happy dreams.
No, okay, yeah, I get that, but no, he seemed pretty good yesterday, and honestly, this is the first time he ever woke up screaming, so maybe it was like a one-off thing. But I thought maybe, tonight he could get like a really good one to balance out the bad one. Like the really good one you gave me, and I wink at him. Them.
Just head cock.
The one you made with my wife. That one.
Well, I told you before, I don't remember the dreams that I give you. It's typically based off of whatever you've already got floating around in your noggin there.
Right, so you're saying if I think about something real hard before I go to sleep, then that might actually happen in my dream?
Possibly.
This opens up the whole world of possibilities. Hey, thanks, Agul.
Well, we can ask Sol if he wants dreams of a particular nature when he comes down from his room.
You know what? I never want to talk to anyone outside DX about my dreams and my nightmares. Maybe like a one-on-one session might be nice. Have a little talk with him, and maybe that'll help.
Were you saying? I didn't quite understand. Did you say
No,
Kevin would talk with him, or are you Kevin
you.
suggesting that AO talk? Okay.
Yeah. No, you, Agul. I mean, you're the one like helping with the creation of the dreams, and I like Sal and all that, but he's always seemed kind of closed off to me, and I just feel like maybe talking to a fairy, would be easier. Like one time we were going through couples therapy, and I didn't want to go with my wife, but this professor type person made me talk to a doll, and it's way easier hitting the doll than my wife, honestly.
Oh my god! Oh no!
It was so sweet until it wasn't.
Yep.
Wow.
I'd certainly be happy to talk to Sol, and I definitely don't plan on hitting him.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say you should. I was just making what's that called? A similarity. Similar? No, there's another word for it. The professor taught me. I'm sorry. What about my what?
It's a metaphor, fool.
Oh, a metaphor. Thanks. Exact metaphor. It was a metaphor.
Actually,
It only happened once, so
I took a hit to the head.
a meta one. It was a meta one. So it happened once.
Right.
Oh no.
Well,
With,
I'll find a good moment to talk to him.
overhearing that, I just get up and go to Emmerich's table and sit with him.
Oh, I thought Emmerich was sitting with you. I'm imagining a big table.
I was at the bar.
Oh, okay. So you're going to sit near Emmerich.
Yep.
Please take a seat, my friend. Plenty of room for you. And Sir Cossette, I ever your shadow?
What was that?
Emmerich is addressing you as Sir Cossette and asking if you want to sit.
Asking what?
Emmerich is addressing you as Sir Cossette, since you're a Dragon Knight, and asking if you want to sit at the table because Sid just sat down.
Oh. What? True. She's right in the middle of chomping a burger. So
Oh, God.
she's gonna take her burger and pop out of her seat that she was currently in, and then just toddle over to the table where Emmerich and Sid are.
I can so picture that exact thing happening. Okay. So Emmerich then turns to Azuro, nose in his book. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm afraid we haven't been introduced just yet. What was your name?
Azuro swallows the bite of burger that he's halfway through and says, I am the great Azuro. Pleasure to meet you.
I am the regular Sir Emmerich. Pleasure to meet you.
And Azuro looks around the table and says, friends, I want to thank you for helping me with my quest to defeat the behemoth and gain its power, but this experience has humbled me and made me realize that maybe my ambitions were slightly too big. And so I've decided that for my next endeavor, I'm going to go for something a little bit more manageable, maybe a smaller meteor. And he opens the book and flips through it and says, and I've learned from this wonderful book that to the east, in Dalmasca, there's a rare breed of red chocobo that casts a meteor spell. And I think I will go attempt to learn that spell from the red chocobos.
Wait, didn't you just learn a meteor spell?
Yeah, but this one won't kill me if I cast it. I mean, how bad could these red chocobos be? They're chocobos. They're relatively harmless, right? And while talking, Azuro is, standing up, packing his things, putting the books back in his bag, and says, thank you very much, everybody. It's been a pleasure, and I am very glad to have met all you. And he knows that Sid's trying to talk, but he keeps walking out the door, and he gets outside, and he J-kicks away.
Take it. And Azuro is off. Azuro's off to hunt the Red Shocktober. The hunt for Red Shocktober. There we go.
And what was describe the jet kick again?
J-kick.
J-kick?
It stands for justice kick. Or justice does it. So it's literally just lifts his leg and goes flying, like leg first.
Weird guy.
Or like the weird.
Oh, he logged off too?
Oh yeah, he logged off right away. Gotta stay in character.
You know, Kevin, I have to agree.
He has a death wish ability because he first got one.
Wait, that's something you can learn?
Well, Kevin, he was a blue mage. He was learning skills from various enemies.
Right, and that's the magic thing, right? That doesn't exist but does exist?
Yes, that's the magic thing that doesn't exist but
Right.
does exist.
So can I learn a death wish spell? Because I want to, use it to kill things, I wish them to die. And then it'd just be way easier sometimes, for the smaller enemies at least. I still want to hit the big ones.
And thus begins Kevin's quest to learn magic and cast wish.
Oh, God. Kevin, if you're going to do something like that, I think we'd have to find you a teacher in one of the main cities and do some more investigation about that. But
You mean like a trainer, right? Like sword trading.
well, yes, it would be for magic.
How does one learn magic?
Well, I mean, different spellcasters have different methods. I mean, I use a lot of learning from books and writing.
Never mind.
in
I don't want to learn this thing. It sounds like it's gonna be real boring.
Yeah, it probably is going to be way too boring for you, Kevin.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Professor, you seem a little down today. Well, what's going on?
I just, I didn't sleep well, Kevin. It after the fight, the adrenaline and feeling a little excited after the fight just kept me up.
Yeah, I get a little excited after the fight too. I usually go work that out, in the bathroom. But did you have a nightmare? Because Sal had a nightmare too. Maybe you both are experiencing the same thing.
No, I didn't have a nightmare. I guess I got an hour or two of sleep and then came down here.
Did the lady scream wake you up?
No. That I heard that a bit later.
Yeah, that was actually Sal screaming. I thought that was Lady too, DX. I mean, it sounded like Lady, right? I'm not crazy.
Yeah, no, you're not crazy. I thought it was a lady too.
Yeah, and it didn't sound like sexy time lady, right? It sounded like I'm hurting, getting hurt lady, you know?
Yeah, it didn't sound religious to me at all.
Not at all. Not religious at all.
No.
So, Emmerich,
Yes.
I'm still a bit concerned that the people that you were supposed to meet here from Hilda never showed.
Yes, perhaps they were delayed.
You know, I came here because I wanted to get your opinion of Hilda and where they stand and before I put my backing behind anybody, but that's really troubling me that she would send you here and not have the result.
Well, Hilda is very new to a leadership position, and there's many plates that she's trying to juggle at once, so to speak. Perhaps wires got crossed, or someone got cold feet.
All the same, I think you might want to be a little careful when you go back to Ishgard.
Why is that?
I mean, I don't like to think the worst of people, obviously, but if this was more than just misconnections and wires crossing, then it would seem that somebody wanted you out of Ishgard.
Why would me being out of Ishgard be something important?
Well, you're kind of a figurehead there. I mean, people look to you for stability. People look to you for security. So,
Well, that's news to me.
Professor, you think it
More
was
than
that?
anything, I feel like I'm just getting in the way.
I mean, without your help, we probably would have been jailed by the Inquisition or worse. So, we firsthand know that you're helpful.
Well, I'm happy to help where I can.
Professor, you think it's that?
More... Go ahead. Sorry.
You think it's that Z-mail guy that might be like messing with him?
I don't think that Sir Emmerich has had a ton of interaction with Lord Zamail, but...
Oh, yes, I have. There's no love lost between us.
Yeah. Wait, you love him? How could you love an asshole like that?
How did your wife love you, Kevin?
Oh, jeez.
I mean, gently, sweetly, through the eyes of our Lord Bob.
Okay, so not like that, then.
It might make me a little weird about this, homosexuality thing. But I think it's fine and perfectly normal. I mean, the monkeys do it. The chocobos do it. There's a lot of like animals that like do that. It might be really weird, but
The grass they're feeding's turning the chocobos gay.
Is it normal to be completely lost about what Kevin is talking about?
Yeah, it's pretty normal.
I get lost when I talk to myself too.
Oh, good. I thought it was an interplanar thing. It's not just me.
No, it's not just you. I'm sorry. I realized that I didn't know that you could talk. I thought somebody had taken up the scholarly arts, but no?
No.
But
I get what you're saying. I would say the spirits that you're referring to are based on me and mine.
You're the real thing.
Yes.
I've never met a fairy before.
We don't travel often.
You're
No, what the fuck?
quite interesting to look at. Please take that exactly how I meant it.
Well, thank you. I've already found we're the most similar to Lalafels, at least in stature, if not in limb thickness.
Or temperament.
Or temperament.
How do you feel about money?
Literally don't know what to do with it.
You're nothing like a lullaby. I'll
Well, Ghoul, you guys actually got more in common because I'm pretty sure they call their people too fairies. So like you're both fairies.
I still have no idea what he's talking about.
You learn to tune it out eventually.
How long does that take?
Oh, longer than it needs
More than
to.
2 weeks, I'll tell you that much.
48 hours, 6 days.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the tome. Alright. So dare I ask, what is the plan from here? I intend to travel back to Ishgard by Aetheryte, most likely, given my condition. But what's next for you?
Well, I had wanted to go back to Ishgard to check on the people at the manor and make sure they were all right.
I would certainly be happy to do that for you.
I appreciate it because, I mean, rather than clarity after our meeting, I'm just a bit more troubled about all that's going on over there.
Well, he reaches into his pocket, which he actually has, since he's not wearing armor, and he pulls out a purplish link pearl. We can stay in contact with this.
I appreciate it, and if it's not too much trouble, if you could let us know how things are once you get back, I'd appreciate it.
Actually, I would like to go to Ishgard and have that behemoth head stuff as soon as possible.
At this point,
Otherwise, it'll just get rotted and stinky and squishy and all kinds of gross.
Emmerich just kind of turns his head and he's looking in the corner where you deposited the behemoth head for the fact that you're here. And it's like there's a bunch of people standing around it, just like dare you to touch one of the teeth. And it's just kind of sitting there. And Adkurog is keeping an eye on it to make sure nobody fucks with it.
They're all in group pose, taking screenshots.
G-pose, yeah.
That does make sense. I mean, I guess we could do a little pit stop in Ishgard. But beyond that, I think we have to have a discussion on where we're going to go from there.
You know, I think I'm probably strong enough to lift that if you'd like me to take it back with myself, and I can hire a taxidermist and have it delivered to your manor.
No. You shouldn't be lifting anything, Emmerich. And also, I need to apologize. I thought you were one of the gays. I didn't realize you were one of the transgenders. In your condition, you know, you should really not. You said you had to go teleport because of your condition. I just assumed. How far along are you? Like 4 weeks, 6 weeks?
Excuse me. I get up and literally walk like 3 paces away, put my head in my hands, and scream.
You know, yeah, you present like very manly, so I think that's a real cool thing.
Master Sid, does that help?
Nope.
That's too bad.
Kevin's his back down.
Would you like me to take it back with me?
Yeah.
Very well, I can do that.
You're my hero. And she looks up at him with her big googly eyes, just complete adoration.
Googly eyes.
Thank you. I'm not really sure how to respond to that. But I'm happy to help.
Kevin goes to sit down next to DX and is like kind of like trying to console DX.
Console?
He assumes he assumes she's upset because Emmerich is actually a female, and there's no love romance that is able to happen. Well, not necessarily, but she's pregnant, so you know that ship has probably sailed.
That makes sense to me.
It's the inner workings of Kevin's head. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so you're thinking that Emmerich is pregnant, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking Emmerich's pregnant. Yeah. And so
Why
now
are you consoling
that's why
me
I'm
then?
consoling you.
Oh,
Well, because I just think you were attracted to Emmerich, so and that ship has sailed.
Not the right idea.
Yeah. JK!
Can I J-kick out of this place?
Yeah, swap my level 11, level up into Blue Mage to JK away.
okay. So unless you voiced that actual
Didn't voice it.
stuff, oh, you did voice that.
No, I did not voice it.
Oh,
I'm
you
just
did
like,
not. Okay, so
I'm
you're
just like
gonna
there with you.
pat me on the back.
What
Okay.
is Indiana Jones playing?
Oh well, because I was getting a phone call.
Oh, okay.
I literally thought Kevin was doing something, and I was just.
No, it
Yeah,
wasn't
my first
harmonica.
suspicion.
I was trying to figure it out.
I thought it was John with the soundboard again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Also, if you didn't voice it, you're just like kind of patting me on the back. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
return the pat on your back, and we're just there patting each other on the back. And we have no idea why we're doing it. but We're
Perfect.
doing it.
Perfect.
Sounds about right.
I'll even throw in a couple of theirs.
Go there, back to you. There.
Okay, so in between pats, since we're talking about what we want to do, I would posit that I would like to go back to those ruins that we were at because I feel that there's going to be a laboratory under there. I want to see if we can get to it.
Hey, you mean the where we've found the spider plant?
No, back where we fought the behemoth.
Oh.
Inti and I found this, it's like this stone chest, and it had a bunch of stuff, all that stuff that we were passing out. But there was also a letter from another professor, and he was looking into these constructs, these big metal constructs like the one in the bubble that appeared inexplicable.
Huh.
Which means it wasn't explicable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we're staying in the area, we should probably also check in on Fifi.
Oh,
That
yeah,
light-
that was the first thing I was going to bring up.
Oh yeah, didn't Fifi need help? I keep forgetting.
Yeah, she was in the library and getting attacked by books.
Yeah, I mean books. They do that to you. Every time I'm in the
Aren't we
library, my
kinda
head
close to
hurts.
home too? This is Omega. Aren't we kind of close to home too?
Well, kind of, I guess. Yeah. We're close to the cave with the beholder.
I want to kill that thing.
Me too.
I don't
Me
want to
too.
go back to Cliffside. I just want to kill that thing.
Well, I want to go back to Cliffside and kill that thing. Hey, Madam Emmerich, you think we're strong enough as a group to kill a beholder yet?
I'm sitting here contemplating whether I should choose not to respond to that honorific. But I when you take down a Kaiser behemoth, I've learned not to judge what you can and cannot do.
There you go, Professor. If Lady Emmerich thinks we're strong enough, then I think we should go try.
Well, I mean, we really haven't done any kind of
Just put those in
research on what this thing is capable of, Kevin. We just know that it's big and has a bunch of eyes and a lot of teeth.
I mean, how bad could it be? You just like chop off some of its eyes. I'm sure, it didn't even look like it could fight. I mean, does it have hands? What kind of weapon could it hold? Nothing. So I think, I felt stronger after that fight. I mean, it didn't even get a scratch on me. And I think we're good enough to take it down. I mean, and then we can save the town. We'd all be heroes. Tell me why this is a bad plan.
Oh, because
These hands are rated E for everyone.
Yeah.
while I agree that we've gotten stronger since being here, part of that is also taking the time to know what we're walking into, not just running in blindly.
I mean, good point. Then, Emmerich, anyway, you know anyone that could tell us more about beholders and, like, how they attack and stuff? Oh, sorry, Lady Emmerich. You don't know if anyone can tell us about beholders?
I was lost in thought. My apologies. I've never fought a behemoth, and I only know of them from stories of stories of stories. I'm afraid I would not be the best person to ask about this.
Right, but do you know someone we could talk to about it?
I do not.
Oh. Well, maybe Millie figured something out in that big library.
You mean, yeah, Fifi.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. So, DX, I said Fifi, not Millie. I would never say Millie. I don't want you to be sad.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to find information, a library is a good place to start.
Might it also be a good idea to talk to whoever it is that put the bounty on the behemoth? If they know about monsters, they might know about whatever this beholder is you're talking about.
Okay, sounds like a plan. So then we should go back to that city, help Millie. I'm sorry, Fifi. Wait, Fifi, and then learn more about the beholder, and then we can go fight the beholder if we know, maybe we wear bee suits, like the people who were keeping bees used to do.
Okay, well, the bounty was given in Ishgard, so that would mean we would be bouncing back to Ishgard to just come back here to go help Fifi. It seems like a waste of resources.
I think I figured it out. First, we're gonna go back and check out that stone chest. Then we're gonna go to Ishgard, and then we could go check on Fifi, right?
We could just have Emmerich pick up the money for us, so the professor has the link for all of them.
Yes, I can do that for you.
Oh, you still here?
Yes.
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't realize.
Sometimes women in that condition, they don't hear well. They get really hot, and
Kevin, I'm afraid that there's some misunderstanding here. I'm not a woman. I'm not sure what I said to give you that impression.
And how are you pregnant? I'm pretty sure in Bob's Bible it says that only women can get pregnant.
I am not pregnant, and again, have no idea what I said to give you that impression.
Oh,
I think I might know. You mentioned that you had a condition.
Yeah, that's the polite way of saying you're pregnant. They say it all the time in our village. She has a condition.
It's really frightening, the leaps that is.
Yes. My condition is that I'm recovering from being dead. Not that
Oh, okay. So then you are gay. Got it. Okay, sorry about that.
You are gay or pregnant. Pick your battle.
Technically, I'm bisexual, but okay.
Oh, you can do that?
Is there anything else you'd like me to do before I teleport away from here? I think Azuro had the right idea.
No, I think that's about it. And if you could direct whoever gives you the bounty, if maybe our direction to give us some information about Beholder, that would be much appreciated as well.
That is a good idea. I would think that if anybody would know about a Beholder, Clan Centurio, who are notorious for hunting monsters, would likely have that knowledge.
Wait, what was the name again? Dancing Tornado?
Clan Centurio.
Clanman Centurio. Clanman Centurio. Okay. Gonna definitely talk to this Clanman Centurio. Sounds like an important guy.
Yeah. So, yeah, thank you, Sir Emmerich. I'm very appreciative of your help on all accounts.
As am I appreciative of you. You did not leave me dead, face down in the mud. I will not forget that. Well, if you'll excuse me, I need to go collect my armor and my things and teleport out of here with a big-ass monster head.
Be safe. Hope to see you soon. And sorry if we have to go. Sorry if we have to beat up Z-Mail. I know he's your lover and all, but he just has to go.
So he goes upstairs and he gets his armor and his things, and he just walks back silently. He does not say a word to anybody. He goes up to the behemoth skull, lifts it up, and then casts teleport, and he's gone. What's up?
Nothing. Just spy on him.
All right, so Deus, you were saying that there was something you wanted to check out.
Yeah, there was, but you had a good point about Fifi. That big robot's been there for quite a while, and that stuff's been buried. I don't think it's going anywhere. Maybe we should help her get out from that book that was trying to eat her last time we talked to her. That might be the most pressing matter.
Okay.
Wait, out of character, what do you think is still buried?
Well, the
The lab.
might be buried, so if we can get to it, but the robot's going very slowly, and there's goblins there, so I think, realistically speaking, now that Sid reminded Deus about it, she'd be like, oh yeah, Fifi's probably greater danger. We should probably go there first.
How long does it take us to get to Fifi, and how long does it take us to get to the laboratory?
So they're in separate areas. You've never been to the Great Google Library, so you'll have to get directions. But it's if you were to ask around, you would know that it's at the far end of the Dravanian hinterlands, in the direction that you went for St. Mosian's Arboretum. Meanwhile, where you fought the behemoth was a completely different part of land, and there's like a giant chasm separating the two parts of the land masses where you'd be going, and it connects in Idleshire.
Well, I mean, the person that I know has the most information here is Rowena.
Let's go talk to Rowena then.
You just hear Adkirak from behind the bar. Good luck.
Why good luck?
Yeah, Rowena's a bit of a ball buster.
I know, she hit me once. Not in the balls, but in the head.
Well, maybe you'll be lucky this time.
I'm married. That's all I'm saying.
I don't care.
Oh, I wasn't asking. Hey, offering? Hey.
No. Goodbye.
Hi.
He's just like, get out of here, go.
Which way to Georgina? Rowena?
Literally just go out those doors, and up the stairs, into the building, and they'll be there.
Got it. Outdoor, upstairs. Thank you.
By the way, if anybody watches the Idleshire video that I posted, I linger on Rowena for like 7 seconds, just so you know where she is.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. So, Sid leading the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we go get Soul?
Yep.
I was gonna say, does anybody get
I was wondering.
Yeah, I'll go up and knock on his door, because there was a screaming this morning. I'll be right back. I'll go up and knock on the door.
That sounds so real.
Yes, come in.
Oh, hey, Soul, you okay?
Oh, yeah, just, restless sleep last night, and, yeah, not good dreams, and trying to come to terms with it. Why, what's going on?
Oh, well, we kind of have a plan of action. We're going to go see Rowena to see if we can help Fifi out, get some information on some monsters and stuff. And Kevin was down in the bar telling everybody there that you were screaming like a lady this morning. And we just wanted to see if you're okay.
It was very kind of Kevin to share that, and yes, I think I'm doing okay. Let me get my things, and yes, I'll be right down.
Oh, okay. Do you need any help packing up?
No, I think I'm okay.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, don't forget you need to play that instrument later on, that one you found. I bet it's gonna sound really good.
Oh, yes, yes, thank you. I hope so. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then I'll go back down.
How much longer does it take for Soul to go meet everybody?
Probably 5 minutes, just shoving everything into
Sure.
his pack. And
All right. So you're all reunited. Soul, the latecomer, strolls on up to the group. Kevin, I'm sure, is talking about Emmerich being gay.
Real quick, while Deus and Sol are still upstairs, Cosette is already sort of peeking outside and looking around. She's looking up the street and down the street. She doesn't say anything, but she's really wondering very hard about which pair of steps the guy was talking about.
Okay, well, right in front of you is the Center for Cultural Appropriation, and you know that that's where Rowena was found before.
But does Cassette know that it's the Center for
Well,
Appropriation?
Sid went to see her when y'all first arrived here, and you've been shadowing Sid, right?
Yes.
So you would have seen that, yeah.
Did we take the same entrance?
Well, you took the front of the building instead of the side of the building, but you know which building it is.
Okay. I hope so. Her intelligence is not very high.
I think that's more wisdom, though. That'd be street smarts instead of book smarts.
Yeah, not very high.
Oh, okay. All right, so everybody's together.
To Rowena.
Okay. Really does not take long at all, like a couple of minutes before you're inside the center, the big building right at the center of Vitalshire. And Rowena is once again instructing people to now unpack all of the stuff that they were quickly packing up when they thought a behemoth was coming. And then she's just kind of in the center there giving orders, and she turns around to give an order to somebody else and goes, "Yes, I put that one. Oh, hello. Right over there." She's, yes.
Glad to see
What can I tell
you.
you?
I don't need anything. Somebody in the group might, but I'm just curious if you could tell me the directions to the Great Google Library.
No, why on earth would you want to go there?
Well, one of our party members is actually there.
How much do you actually like them?
Pretty decent amount, I'd say.
That's unfortunate. Well, if you're determined to go, I recommend stocking up. It's long ago overtaken by malevolent spirits and beasts. It was abandoned when the Charlayans picked up and left town.
Huh. Okay. I will take that under advisement. Is there a map or just directions in general?
Do you have a map? I can mark it for you.
I don't remember if I got a map when we were first here.
I don't think you did,
I thought
unless
we
you
did.
wrote one. No, I mean,
Well, I feel like Sid bought one from Rowena.
did you? It would be on your character sheet, wouldn't it?
Let's take a look. No map.
It was a 4.
I don't think you bought one. I don't recall that. I could be wrong. You know what? I can sell you one, or I could lend you one.
How much does it cost? It's all the same to you. The lending was a little disconcerting from time to time.
What, you don't like the messages that I had sent?
They're a little on the forceful side.
Gets the point across, though, right?
Does, but you
How
don't
do you
want to think
any
about.
businesswoman?
Fair enough. Yeah. So how much would a
You want to
map
buy a
be?
map. 2 gold pieces.
Fine.
All right. No guarantees on how old this is. Some land masses might have changed a little bit. Some of the buildings might have changed, but this is pretty accurate. And she gives you a map. It's hand drawn, but it's clearly hand drawn, but it also looks pretty detailed. It's like drawn by somebody who actually knows how to draw, not drawn by me, kind of thing.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. I don't know if anybody else would like to shop and pick anything up.
I don't have any gold left, so I'm waiting till we get that reward.
What if I hired you to do some work for me?
What kind of work are we talking about?
Well, you're going to the Great Google Library, right?
Sounds like it.
There's a couple of things I would want out of there that I'm not going to go in and get myself.
We'll look at Sid to see if he has any sort of reaction to this.
Eric.
Yeah, let's hear what you're interested in getting.
Sorry, 1 second. Well, first thing that I want is an imp. A live one. In a cage. Just bring it back in a cage. It shouldn't be able to escape it. I just want one.
Do you have a cage?
I can loan you one.
Well, it wouldn't really be a loan.
I'm kidding. I'm
Keeping
kidding.
it.
Yes, I have a cage. If you agree, I will give you the cage that you can use for this. Otherwise, a handful of books that are out of print, I wouldn't mind. I can make a list of those for you. For every book you bring back, I'll give you 500 gold pieces. If you bring me the imp, I'll give you 10,000 gold pieces. Alive. Dead is not worth anything.
And in a cage.
Yes, or else it, very easily can get away or bite off your fingers or throw some fireballs at you.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like Fifi.
That's Rowena.
You're
saying Fifi's the imp. Got it.
you bring up a good concerning point. What's to stop this imp from using a fireball to get out of the cage?
It's an anti-magic cage. Didn't I say that?
No, you didn't, but that's good to know.
No, well, I thought it. The only way that the magic works is if the cage is fully sealed with the subject fully inside. So, do that. I don't recommend using it for just about anything else, and definitely don't put it over your head and close the door.
I look at Kevin and Omega.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I highly recommend not placing that in it. And points it at you.
That? Right there?
Yes.
Got it.
Oh no.
Nope. I can touch it. We're good.
Okay. Books and an imp.
Is no one gonna comment on the fact that she just asked us to enslave a creature, trap it in a cage, and sell it?
Yeah, what's the problem? We do that with chocobos all the time.
I'm not saying anything.
There's a bit of a difference between a trained work animal and a creature that thinks, communicates, and doesn't want to be enslaved.
You saying chocobos don't think?
Not likely on the same level that you or the imp do.
So you're saying for you, whether you can trap something in a cage or not is based on its level of intelligence.
It's whether or not you should trap something in a cage.
Oh, why do you stop at
No matter. I told you that imps were evil and come from the void realms.
See? Imps are evil. They
Doesn't
come
make
from
them
the
any
void
less
realms.
sentient.
So ignoring her, do you want the cage or not?
Yes, please.
Or ignoring that. Sorry.
I feel like that's worse.
Yes,
Rowena
please.
is not known for being nice.
We'll take the cage. Anything we should know about this imp? Like once it's in the cage? Like can it hurt us
Well,
in
I
the
don't have
cage?
a particular imp in mind. I just know that they're all over that library.
I think one time DX said I should put on an imp suit, and something was gonna happen. Do you remember that, DX? Was it imp? Is that the right word?
Well, I don't know about
think
imp
you're
suits,
missing a
but we
letter or something there, but that was when we were younger.
Yeah, very young.
sell imp suits.
Oh, you sell
Gift
imp
suits,
suits?
but not imp.
Oh, no, I think we were looking for imp suits. It don't
Oh.
matter.
I don't have one of those.
Soul just gets into the cage and closes.
It's not really big enough.
Thank you, Rowena.
Hey, we'll figure out this thing with the ghoul and what can and can't be in the cage. I'm just trying to understand how ghoul's mind works. I mean, fairies are magical. I guess their minds work in magical ways too.
Well, that's not really my point.
Well, you decide. If you come back with an empty cage, you won't get paid, and you'll feel morally superior. Or one of the two. Otherwise, write down a list of the books that I'm looking for, and she just pulls out a parchment. She starts scribbling on it, and kind of holds it out like, "Who wants it? Who wants it?"
Soul ground up.
All right, I'll tell you the books another time.
How many books are there?
7.
7.
All right, I guess everybody should kind of.
What?
Yeah.
I have something else for you. This one's on the house. Do not forget my generosity. And she goes behind the counter, and she's actually like throwing stuff that like from some kind of compartment underneath, and she's looking for a long time until finally she pulls out a key and she holds it up. I bought this from a traveler who guarantees me that this will open the door to the Great Google Library.
Oh,
You may have it.
oh, thank you.
Like I said, never say that I'm not generous.
Of course.
Definitely won't say that. I was very generous of you.
Well, good luck to you on your mission. I look forward to seeing you not dead. And with my stuff.
Yeah, and hopefully we get you an imp.
Yes.
Does
If
it have
you
to-
can't find the imp, you can give me the fairy.
No, that's not gonna
No,
happen.
no. The fairy's our friend, and also a ghoul's real nice. This imp thing that you said is a demonic. Bob used to say about that bad things, and we gotta go banish it.
Well, suit yourself. Goodbye. No, I said put that over there. God, I gotta go do this myself. Goodbye.
Bye.
Well, I guess we can wrap up whatever we need to wrap up and start heading out.
How do we transport a cage?
It's literally like a bird cage. It's not huge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, imps are like AO size. They're not very big.
Okay, fair.
They're also fuckers.
I don't know.
You could fit that in a bag of holding, for example.
Yeah, because the mouth of a bag of holding is a 2-foot diameter circle, so anything that is small, equal to, or smaller than that can fit within the bag. Then it's got like a weight capacity of like 2,500 pounds or something like that.
You also got that other bag too.
The face.
Yeah, we have the face bag, and then AO has a handy haversack, which is like a smaller bag of holding.
We have all the storage.
All my trinkets.
Did you do anything with that bag, or did you give it to
Not
anybody?
yet. No,
I just need to know who's carrying
the
it.
bag has
I
not
have
been
the bag.
assigned, and
Yeah,
the
I have the bag.
okay. Yeah, we haven't done anything with the bag, and I don't think we assigned the deck of illusions.
Nope, no one said anything about that. Yeah.
All right. So, do you want to discuss your spoils? Because I know you did it out of game. You haven't really talked about it in game.
Yeah. So the list is here at the Discord. So if you guys want to check it out, it's under the finds and funds, and I've updated it based off of what people have said.
Oh, sick.
I don't know if
Juicy.
Oh, can you change the Eldritch Staff that's actually going to Inti because it does monk melee? It can do melee damage, so it's better for Inti than a monk.
can we
He'll get
consider
the staff and the abacus.
the
Yeah.
Kevin wants the bag of beans.
Okay.
Why
I
is that
sent the
not-
pictures of what they do, John, but I can send you it specifically.
Oh, okay. It's not why I wanted them, but sounds great.
Don't eat them, John. Trust me.
Were the beans supposed to be a mystery from our perspective?
Well, you identified them, so you don't know
you're right.
what each individual bean does, but you know how to use it, and you have to plant it in the ground, cover it up, and then like within 30 seconds or something like that,
Stuff happens.
whatever effect that.
Okay,
bean
well,
would
yeah,
have.
because Christian mentioned he had pictures of what the beans do. So
Oh,
the
where did you get
players.
those? Did you look them up?
Oh,
No, I just took a picture of what you gave us. Was that on that list of stuff, like the potions and stuff?
Oh,
I
I misunderstood.
don't think the bag of beans actually had the description.
It did
I think
not.
I cut that out.
No, yeah, you cut off the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, let me see what I get here.
unless
I
AOL
forgot
wants
what
the bag of beans, also fine.
There's also
Everyone was just gonna
deck of
plant them. He didn't know they
illusions.
actually did something.
There's the deck of illusions. There's the necklace of fireballs. There is one of the figurines of wondrous power left over. The firearm of refreshment.
I mean, I guess I'd take the beans then, just because
Yeah.
No, Kevin
plant.
said- I thought Kevin said
Exactly.
he
Well, Kevin
Exactly.
just said
No, you can
You
have
do.
them. It makes more sense. We could have talked about it. I said, no, you really like plants, so you can have it. Because Kevin was just gonna take it back to our castle and then plant them.
Oh God.
Well, I still think that's a good idea to plant them there, anyways. That way, whatever they do, it's our space. They do weird things.
I'm pretty sure they're just
Sure,
beans.
one
You know,
time
they
of
just grow into bean trees.
Oh, yeah. So this printout that you gave me, David, does have what it does. Was that supposed to be secret?
Wait, it does?
Yeah.
It says what each specific bean does. Because I don't remember that in the
Oh,
cutouts.
did
based
they
on a
do
roll.
specific things? No, it says
Yeah,
that there's
yeah.
3d4 dry beans that weighs half a pound, quarter pound for each bean it contains. That was pretty big.
I forgot to
beans.
change the 3D core.
Yeah,
It's
if you
straight
dump
up.
the contents, it does something.
Yeah, there's 20 beans in there total. You can write that. There's 20 in there.
Okay, 20 beans.
But the effects of the beans is randomized, so I don't think I included that list. I have it. So when you use them, I'll roll and see what it does.
Okay,
because
yeah.
the beans
so
themselves
basically, all we know is if we
look
dump
like-
it all out, what's going to happen?
Yeah, don't dump it all out.
Well, dumping it all out wouldn't do anything. Dumping them out into a hole and covering them would do something.
Dumping the bag's contents out on the ground.
Yes.
Yeah, because they have to be intentionally or unintentionally planted.
Oh yeah, well, if you want to take them, just we would have had that discussion. We can figure out what you want to do. Either way's fine.
When we get back to the castle, we can plant them in the gardens and see what they
Yeah,
do,
but-
or in the grounds, depending.
Again, I'm assuming they do nothing. I assume we're gonna get bean sprouts. I'm a farmer. Why would I think they do anything?
Well, I heard a tale once of a magic bean that made a giant bean tree. Could be
Giant
interesting.
bean tree. Oh, that'd be great. I mean, just think about all the beans you could harvest off a giant bean tree.
Or maybe it just makes even gianter beans, so you get like a bean the size of your head.
That sounds delicious. I mean, some red beans and
It's
rice.
one bean soup. Red bean and rice.
Oh god. Okay.
If nobody else would like it, I wouldn't mind taking that scroll of magic and studying it.
Yeah, no problem with me.
Oh, by all means. I don't like the smell of it. It's all yours.
You don't like the smell of a scroll of magic.
It's a scroll of chain lightning, so it's violent.
I like that it has a smell for you. But I think that's everything except for like
The deck of the illusions and the necklace of fireballs are still unassigned.
You also have potions to speak with animals.
Yeah, I want one of those potions. I definitely want to speak with some animals.
The refreshing gun as well.
Oh, I would assume that just went to Deus by default.
I think we talked about it on Sunday, and David said probably not me.
Oh,
Yeah, it's of better use in somebody else's hands because that'll take too much damage out of the equation. Anybody can use it if it's healing us, right? We're not going to fight it, so we don't need to roll for a hit.
what does it do again? It's like it shoots a potion?
Yeah, so basically it takes a greater healing potion and does like 3 doses of it. So you can fire it at 3 different people or 3, the same person over rounds, and it'll heal 44 plus 4 hit point. And you don't need to roll to hit if it's a willing target, right? So that would be us.
It's straight up chucking healing at
Gotcha.
people.
Well, maybe that's something to give to Omega then, since they already make use of exploding sticks.
Well, I don't know if we want to take the damage away from Omega. I know I'm more of a healer on the battlefield. I don't know if I should have it, and then
Maybe you should take the necklace of fireballs. It might be very good for you to have on the battlefield.
The necklace fireballs only has 3 beads on it, by the way.
Well, still 3 fireballs. You can, well, technically 2, and then, with necklaces, right? Once you use it, it's gone forever. They don't refill, right?
The beads do not refill, and you can throw 1, 2, or you can throw up to the maximum
That's right. That's right. But they
for a
don't come
bigger.
back.
It's like upcasting.
Got it. So yeah, I would just say take the necklace too. It just gives you more abilities when needed, and I don't think you're at the maximum of your item carry anyway.
With the firearm of refreshment, I don't know if you read the card or not, but you need to mix the what's it called together. The concoction. So,
Did it come with any?
No, it
Okay.
doesn't have any refreshment. But it's 1 greater healing potion and 1 packet of instant mashed potatoes, and you mix those together, and it makes a vial with 3 doses of the healing stuff that lasts for 1 week.
Okay. Yeah, and we have 4 vials, or in that same loot pile we got 4 potions of greater healing,
Yeah.
which are the ingredient.
And the
So
mashed potatoes are just mundane, so they're very easy to find anywhere.
yeah, because it makes the potion go farther, because it takes 1 potion and basically gives it 3 uses, but a week long
And it's at
before
range.
spoilage and range. Yeah.
I thought that was a fun one to come up with.
I like it. I love in Pathfinder that there's a alchemical dart gun that the alchemist can use to inject potions that have a myriad of effects
So
at
they're
range.
Anna. They're Anna from Overwatch.
Yes. Yep. Because with the spell potions that they can make, you can do crazy things with that.
I don't know. I still feel like shooting a syringe at somebody is going to do damage.
Seriously. Well, it does technically on the other side of the team.
Anyway. So you're just kind of sitting around a table inside the Center for Cultural Appropriation here. While Rowena is just kind of like having a conniption in the background as she's trying to direct her workers to put things back where they're supposed to be. What are you doing?
Do we give the deck of illusions to anybody? Or
Not yet.
Okay. Just curious.
That seems like an AOL thing.
I do have a myriad of illusion spells. I mean, I'll hold on to it if nobody else has dibs, then we can... It's got a number of cards in it.
Yeah, Kevin doesn't want to fight with illusions.
Do the chocobo things, do those require attunement?
Do they, Days? I don't recall if I put attunement on there. I think it does.
Let me check. Some do, and some are like rare, wondrous things. So let me see here. Okay. No, it doesn't look like it. Use an action, speak the command word. Wondrous item, very rare. Yeah, nothing about attunement here.
Okay. Did anyone want the red chocobo thing?
No, Kevin can fly, so it doesn't need it.
I think the red one was assigned to you, Tabby. The green to Sid, and then there's a black one, right? But nobody took the black one yet?
Oh, Kevin wants to ride the black one then. That's sick.
It actually works.
Just because he
for
thinks
Kevin
it's
very
cool,
well.
but if anyone else wants it, also completely fine.
Yeah, I'm kind
Like
of the same way. Like, if anyone wants the red one, then feel free.
No, that was a one-time momentary effect from a limit break.
Gotcha, okay.
AO can enlarge Kevin if the need arises.
Scary thought.
Can also shrink him. Tiny Kevin.
Do we want to start heading towards the library?
Unless anybody else has anything they need to do here before we go.
So the plan is the Google Library.
I think so.
Excuse me, the Great Google Library.
Yes,
Don't want to piss off the Great Azuro.
Oh, it's named after. Okay. Awesome.
So, if that's the case, you make your preparations to leave Idleshire. So you sent Emmerich back to Ishgard. Emmerich has the
Jessica.
What?
Jess is leaving.
Yeah, Jess is falling asleep. She's going to bed.
See ya.
She probably already fell asleep. Oh, she's trying to leave.
To use the great Google library, do we just type it into the key, like a search engine?
Exactly. So, you take another look at Idleshire and notice the marked improvement in the buildings around here and their efforts to rebuild the town in general. From the first time you were here to now, people don't seem nearly as on edge as when they thought there was a rampaging behemoth coming for them. But you step off in the direction of St. Mosian's Arboretum, which is the first dungeon you went to in this campaign. A lot of overgrown plants.
And the cute little... what?
Coporkers?
Yeah.
Those are adorable. I have 2 of them that I could ride.
Yeah, I got the chocolate one from the
For
Butterfingers.
Butterfingers.
Yeah, I love that. That's my favorite PvP map, just 'cause it looks so silly to just like...
Yeah. Okay, so you're outside and walking around. You're walking with a purpose towards St. Mosian's Arboretum, but decidedly not stopping there and just walking right past the door. I'm assuming you don't want to go inside. Okay. Well, It is a crisp, cool day. The air is fresh. You smell it's got that hinterland smell, the lots of grass and foliage and all of that and water running. You hear water in the distance, as you know there is a river that's running through the area. You can now see the lower section where you were when you were fighting the behemoth, and also where Cliffside happens to be located. And you're walking along. Now, somebody please make a perception check. I don't care who.
Not I.
Are you not perceptive?
No, I have negative wisdom.
I was just teasing anyway.
23.
Look at you with your eyes.
23, curiosity gets the best of you, and you decide to look to see what happened to the remains of the behemoth. And when you're looking at the area, you find they've been stripped clean already. It's just a beheaded behemoth skeleton, right where you left it.
That's kind of troubling.
What's troubling, Professor?
Take a look down there, Deus, where the behemoth was. Looks like somebody got to it before anybody else could.
Well, that's unusual.
It looks
Are
like
there
the
any of
behemoth.
those Vath or Neth or those guys?
You don't see any.
Well,
It just reminds me of that one dragon that got picked clean by those bugs.
That
One
right.
time.
I mean, all I've seen around here are goblins and these water-spitting plants.
As you say that, a plant spits water at you.
At least it's water, Professor.
It tastes it gets a little bit in your mouth, and it does taste like refreshing water with a slice of lemon in it.
I don't know what could clean behemoth that quickly, but if we head back that way, we probably...
Or porkers.
Vicious.
But they're only feeding on carrion.
Yeah, surprise.
We'll have to be careful or mindful of what could do something like that.
Okay, yeah, I won't. It would immediately hit you. You've seen one other group in the hinterlands that would possibly do something like this, because it looks way too clean to have been done by wild animals. So, kind of limits the options here.
Right. Goblins, Vath, Nath.
Well, the Vath and the Nath are in the Forelands. You haven't seen them in the hinterlands at all. Anyway. So you
Keep
continue
going.
along.
I'm sorry,
All
did you
right.
say something? Are you
No,
talking to
I was
me?
just telling you.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was just describing what happened. And you're continuing along, and this is going to be a journey that takes approximately probably a day or two. But especially on foot, since you did not get any beasts of burden. As you walk along, we'll say that nighttime is approaching. Are you going to bed down for the night, or are you going to continue on? You figure you're probably a third of the way there at this point.
I could set up Druid Grove for us again.
Yeah, I like that. It's kind of like a cozy home away from home.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So, going down for the evening. Is anyone doing anything for the night, or you want to just move on to the morning?
Soul's going to be reading from his Tome of Leadership and Influence.
So you need to do 48 hours over 6 days. Okay.
And can I study the chain lightning scroll?
Are you trying to learn it?
Yeah, if I can.
I don't know. Is that something that you can? I don't think you can. I think that's a wizard thing. So black mage, I assume, can do it as well. But
Yeah, because I don't think sages learn spells like wizards, do they? Do sages have a spell book?
No.
Then yeah, then that's a wizard black mage only.
okay,
I'll take a look while you talk.
you can theoretically cast it, but you can't learn it. Okay, so when you wake up in the morning, those of you who were exhausted are no longer exhausted, assuming you intended to get a full night, because you would have unless you purposely chose not to. I need somebody to roll a d20.
I'll do it.
Just a d20, yeah.
Yep, rolling. Good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. 14.
14. All right. When you wake up in the morning, what was that?
I mean, my thing broke. It was kinked. The program was kinked.
When you wake up in the morning,
Are we feeling like P. Diddy?
I just blue screened. I'm like, I have a response. I just can't think of it. Yeah. No, waking up in the morning, you find your camp. First of all, it's very cloudy, as if the clouds rolled in overnight and you think it's threatening rain at any point. Additionally, your entire druid grove is encircled by corporkers.
By what?
Let me find a picture.
They're the little dancing plant creatures we saw when we very first left the druid cave or the beholder cave.
Oh, that's right. Hey, cool. Are these guys bad or good? Cool.
Well, I don't rightly know. I haven't seen them before, but I could ask them.
Yeah.
Do you guys speak to plants?
I do. That is where. Oh, it's a 3rd level spell. Okay. Yeah, I will cast Speak with Plants.
Okay. What do you ask them? Because you heard them kind of like chittering to themselves, and now you just hear new plants, new plants, new plants, new plants, new plants, new plants.
And are they stationary, or are they doing their little like bouncy?
They're bouncing. It's kind of their thing.
Yep. Well, good morning, my jumpingly cute little friends. What are you doing here?
It talks.
It does.
New plants.
Lots of new plants. My friend made them. Points to the various, like, because the Druid Grove makes, like, little temporary tree ants, right?
Moss,
like,
tree ants, yeah.
Yeah, it points to all the accoutrement.
One of them is just, like, eyeing you, and you just see it kind of take one of its little legs and see if it could step into the Druid Grove. Can it?
It would be difficult terrain and probably battered back a little bit by some wind.
Can't you choose to let things in, or is that only when you...
No, I can. I can choose to let it in.
Okay, so you just see this corporker because it looks like Sid is not talking to the plant and doesn't know what it's saying. So the thing just, like, sets its leg down inside and it's just like... back by wind. It goes flying through the air, and then it just kind of goes down to the ground. Mean plants.
I'm terribly sorry about that. If you promise to behave, I'm sure I can convince my friend to let you in to see the plants.
They look at each other. Behave, 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 behave.
Well, they all promised to behave. They want to look at the plants that you made. They seem very excitable.
Okay. Sure. I take down the wind wall.
Literally, as soon as the wind goes down, 200 Corporkers. You didn't see them all around you. Literally just stream into your camp, bounce around all over everything, including all of you.
I just treat it like a puppy stampede.
That's more or less what it is. And then one of them runs right up to Sid as if it's going to hug him, and it just kind of throws the dew from the top of it right at your face. It's just water.
Yep.
But here's it saying, "Thank you so much," as it's throwing the water at you.
The splash in the face, it's their way of saying thank you. They're very appreciative you let them in.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so it's basically, they're just everywhere. And they're chittering to the point where those of you who cannot speak with, it's kind of loud. Like it doesn't sound aggressive, but it's cacophonous.
Like cicadas or something?
Yes, very much. Yeah.
Oh man.
Or grasshoppers that you can't find somewhere in a building.
Oh.
Or crickets.
Well, I'd say that's a delightful way to start the day.
That's one way to put it. Ayo, are they here for any other reason other than to check out the plants?
No, just curiosity. They were chittering about new plants in the area when they were surrounding us.
You find one of them is just upside down, tangled in some vines from one of your treants that are there, and it's just kind of like swinging back and forth as the treant walks around.
Huh. I can leave it up for you guys for a little bit, but once we kind of get out of range, I think it'll go back to being normal plants.
What did the tall meat say?
They said he can keep the grove up for a while, but we have to be on our
Yay!
way.
He just hears you say that, and then it just starts bouncing around.
Oh, it lasts for 24 hours,
They'll
actually.
be okay. Oh, regardless of your distance to it?
Yeah, it lasts for 24
Sure.
hours.
Well, I think they'll have a blast while we're gone. And it might protect them from any predators that are herbivores, but predators.
Yeah, it would.
Can you ask him
Yeah,
if
the
there are
concept is-
predators around here?
No, sir. Are there any mean beasties we need to keep an eye out for around
Yes.
these areas? Can you describe them, please?
No,
Could you tell us where to avoid?
everywhere.
Like everywhere in that direction? And I point in the way we were going.
Yes. These have like 2 intelligence, just FYI.
Well, from their perspective, everywhere is kind of dangerous to them, so I don't think we're going to get too much useful information out of that.
I definitely understand that.
All right, well, I guess have fun and enjoy for the next...
I said they certainly are.
Enjoy for the next most of the day.
I was just picturing like a bunch of like first graders in a bounce house. Just
Yes, that is exactly what I did. That is 100% what I had in mind. It's like a daycare, but the adults.
The adults are treants, and as soon as we leave, they're the ones in charge. I know you've only been alive for 8 hours, but now you're in charge of these things.
Kill me. Okay, so you leave the grove.
Before we leave the grove, I cast Druidcraft to predict the weather for the next 24 hours.
Okay. You don't really need to do that because the air is already humid and thick when you get outside. Florida. It's not hot humid.
Thank God. So Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, it's Portland. But it actually looks very much like Portland outside. That's what it looks like. As you're walking along, you do your Druidcraft, and your assessment from the spell is you've got maybe 15 minutes that you'll be done.
It's that the the rock of weather predicting. Where it's like, if the rock is wet, expect rain. If the rock is shaking, expect wind.
What is that from?
It's like a little prank. Like you'll see it in like random roadside shops. It's just a little rock hanging on a string, and it says, "This rock can predict the weather." And then it has a list that says, "If the rock is wet, expect rain. If the rock is blowing, shaking, expect wind. If the rock is really hot, expect high temperatures."
That's funny. It reminds me of like the wand of flames, and when you use it to cast something, the wand bursts into flames.
That reminds me, in Baldur's Gate, there's
a broken
wand of fireballs.
I found it too.
Yep.
I haven't used it yet.
I gave it to my rogue for evasion, so then they can just walk up and bomb
Blow
things.
themselves up? Yeah.
But no.
Is that what it does? It just blows them. It's like a fireball.
Yeah,
self-cast
it's basically
on yourself?
it's a fireball with a range of 10 feet, so you will be caught in the blast no matter what you do.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Anyway, so you know that it's like you got maybe 15 minutes left of dryness.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Yep.
Tornado.
Before we leave the grove, we probably want to prepare for rainy weather, as that is imminent.
How do you know it's gonna rain? I look up in the sky.
It begins dripping on Kevin.
Oh, because it's raining
Well, I had
now.
an inkling because of the wetness in the air, and also fairy magic, but the wetness mostly.
It makes sense. Makes sense.
Stone Gone Tornado. That's my favorite one.
Oh, I was like, wait, is Rowan still in here? And no, it was Christian doing the Moogle party emote. I love that emote.
It's so good.
Okay. So within minutes, the rain starts coming down hard. The ground is wet. It's muddy. You're all now wet. You keep trudging on.
I'm not muddy. I can.
Oh, why not?
Splashes. No.
It's Kevin jumping in puddles.
Where did Aul go? I don't
Just-
know. We should just like drop.
My wings
it.
are wet. I can't swim now, or I can't fly now.
All right. So you're continuing on. Are you pushing through at the same speed that you were yesterday?
I guess we go the speed that makes sense in the rain and mud, so a little slower.
So let me put it this way. You know that this is going to delay you unless you move faster or push on harder, if you get what I'm saying. It will probably add a day to your trip if you go at the same speed you were going yesterday, which is kind of being cautious.
Got it.
Probably take it a little cautious in this weather.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't really think we have much of a choice besides hunkering down and waiting for the weather to improve.
Which it's showing no signs of. Good roll, by the way.
yeah, I think we should take it carefully. I don't think we should really risk any of us getting hurt on the way.
How densely forested is the area?
It's not.
Okay.
There's trees here and there, but it's mostly just overgrown grass and vines.
Gotcha.
And corp workers. All right.
Use
So
them as
continuing
umbrellas.
along at a bit of a patient and safe pace, you realize that you're glad that you did, because I would have had you roll something as you're coming up alongside one of the embankments that was set up for Charlian, and as you're stepping on it, you realize, oh, this is going to fall out from beneath me, and quickly move back. But if you were going any faster, and you just see this avalanche of mud completely fall down this cliffside and engulf a building. Like the entire side of the building is
One
now
of the
engulfed
ruins,
in mud.
ruin buildings.
Yeah. This was a Charlian outpost before.
Gotcha.
That's where they were researching. Still, you push further on. 8 hours go, or we'll say that 10 hours go by, and it's once again pushing night. Are you going to hunker down, or are you going to keep moving through the night?
Are there any standing ruins? Any kind of small structures that we could take shelter in?
There's many of them. Almost everything that you see here has broken walls, broken doors. Just the foundation might be crumbling a little bit, but they are still standing.
Well, I mean, I can do the grove again, but if we could find a place where we can just have roof over our head, that might be just as good.
Yeah, I think we should find a place to stop. Do we see?
Does the grove protect from rain?
Yes.
Do we see any suitable ruins that look like we could?
There's 3 buildings here that you could see yourself using. All of them have holes in the roofs, but not the entirety of the roof. If you set up camp somewhere and made yourself slightly elevated, you could probably avoid the worst of the water.
I think we should just pick one of these buildings and see what we can set up in there.
I'm on board with that. Kevin?
Yeah, it works for me.
Okay. Going to one of the buildings, is anyone going to keep watch tonight since you are not doing the Druid Grove?
Soul
I
will volunteer to keep watch.
I'll take a shift.
Okay. Anyone else?
Tavi will take a shift.
Okay.
I'd also say that Cassette would pretty much always be volunteering for that, given
That
the
is
nature of her
that's a good
responsibility
point,
to
though.
sit.
That is true. So Soul, Cassette, and Tavi.
And Sid.
And Sid. So Cassette would probably partner with Sid. Alright, so in that case, you get inside of one of these buildings, the door opens, it still works, it's a wooden door, it creaks on its hinges, but it opens. There is a large hole to the back of the building, the roof in the back of the building. It looks like something might have fallen through here. And when you go inside, you see the roof did collapse in. It destroyed one of the floors, part of one of the floors, which fell through, and there's like a pile of rubble over there. The floor is pretty wet at this point. It's been collecting water for the majority of the day. But with the main door open, that water now has somewhere to escape to. Basically, when you open the door, water just started rushing out. Not enough to knock you off your feet, but enough to get your feet wet. When you go inside, there are plenty of areas where you can probably set up a tent, set up a fire, and it's slightly elevated away from where the water would be. Okay, so you said you're up first.
Yeah.
Roll a d20 for me.
Oh boy. It's a 2.
Okay. The rain lets up, and you peek your head out to look, and you see that there's still clouds around, but it looks like you're underneath an eye of it. But that sound, that pitter-patter sound, is gone. And instead, it's replaced by another sound. It sounds like there's something outside moving around.
Hey, y'all hear that?
You're asleep, aren't you?
Does it sound like it's coming closer
Y'all
to
hear
us,
that?
or does it sound like it's
Hard to tell.
Hard to tell.
You're inside the building with the door closed, so...
Oh, I thought I stuck my head outside.
Well, I was thinking you like went underneath the hole in the roof.
Ah,
and
okay,
that
gotcha,
kind of thing.
okay.
But if you wanted to open the door and go outside,
When we came in, did the door make noise when we opened it?
it creaked. It's old.
I'm gonna try and inch the door open and look outside.
Roll a stealth check.
16.
Okay. You open the door very slowly, and you stop when you hear it about to squeak, and then slowly pull it open. And you're fairly sure that it wasn't loud. It wasn't at the point where something would hear you. You look outside.
I'll look outside.
You have the door open like this, or like all the way open. Or
No, he would have cracked it maybe like a
Okay.
full.
Okay. That's very good. I like that. The terminology. Sure. You look outside, and sniffing around on the ground is a large creature. From behind, it very much looks like a bear.
Okay.
And it's just kind of plodding around. And then it kind of turns its head, and you see that the entirety of its head has been overtaken by plant growth, as if it's like a host for, like a parasitic plant is hosting the bear.
Oh no.
Or the bear is hosting a parasitic plant. There we go.
Gotcha.
It doesn't seem to have noticed you, and it just kind of digs into the ground some more. And you see it pull up some worms, and then continue on.
All right, I will close the door. And wakes it up.
Okay. Is it his shift now? I guess it would be.
Was anybody awake with me?
You were the one.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna wake Sid up and be like, Professor, I heard and saw something out there. I don't know what it was, but yeah, it looked like some sort of large creature that was there were plants on it. I don't even know how to explain it.
What?
Actually, now that you mentioned that,
Plant and an animal. That's best of both worlds.
it sounds like something that we came across before. I wrote about in one of my journals. But at the Arboretum, there were animals. There was a spider that was mixed with a plant. So I'm thinking maybe it's kind of similar.
That doesn't sound good.
It wasn't.
Okay.
No. Just no.
Well, I don't think it noticed us at least. But yeah, I think we should be aware that it's here, and we might need to fight it.
Did Soul close the door?
Yeah, he closed the door after he saw it out there. Did I need anything for closing it?
No.
Okay.
I'm taking your stealth roll for both
Okay,
opening
perfect.
and closing.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sleep. So if you need something, just let me know.
I gotta sleep. Plant creatures.
A little bit. I must read my tome of leadership there.
No, I believe you can. No, you would not be sleeping if you're reading, so that would get you a level of exhaustion.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Sid, are you gonna stay up for your watch now? And Cassette kind of stretches groggily. Is it our turn?
It is, Cassette.
Okay. Roll a d20, Sid.
Sir.
At least it counts for extra reading.
19.
19.
It's raining
second.
plant bears now.
Yeah.
It's raining men.
No.
Well. Okay, so the rain has kind of stopped at this point, but you now hear a strong wind. It's kind of howling through all of the holes here, and you're frankly a little surprised it hasn't woken everybody up. But your watch is otherwise uneventful. Tavi, you're up. Tavi, roll a d20 for me.
Okay. Just a D20, it's 10. Am I doing perception or just D20?
No. Okay, the 10. Let me check. Okay. It begins raining again. It's still windy, but now it's also windy and very wet. But Tavi, you hear a croaking ribbit sound. You heard this sound before, but it's been many years since you last heard this. X begins talking to you. Matoya? Matoya. You're near Matoya.
Do I understand what he's talking about?
Roll a history check.
And nat 20.
Jesus Christ. You recall... Oh, hello. Fenrir just jumped on me right when I did that. You recall the name Matoya. Especially because you've heard it from some parts of X in the past. Matoya is a powerful witch that was on the Charlian Forum. And you also know that she had a hand in the creation of Pirogos.
Oh, I think you have the wrong person. That's Mrs. Jackson. She has a brother, Michael. They're back in our village, but how do you know them? You know Cliffside?
What?
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Ooh, it was Latoya Jack. No, doesn't matter. That's a deep cut.
Latoya. I'm like, where is he going with this? I got it now. It's still terrible. All right,
yeah, it's bad. I'm sorry.
Be ashamed of yourself, Joe.
Yeah, I a little bit am, but Kevin's mind works in mysterious ways. I don't even understand him.
I love that. Do you caught what I said, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. Do you have anything to say to X?
Is she supposed to be friendly?
To some. Maybe not to people who kill her creations.
Oh, you're the expert. What should I do here?
Expert. I see what you did there. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But I can tell you where she is.
Okay.
She's on your way to the Google Library. But instead of going uphill towards the library, go down into the grotto. If you could find her cave, then you could probably talk with her. If you can't find it, it wasn't meant to be. That sound is gone from the wind now. You no longer hear that croaking, riveting sound. But you do see that light seems to be breaking on the horizon. Which is where we'll pick up next time. That's all I got for tonight. I'm tired.
Oh, that's great.
But,
that's great.
I think that's a good
man.
stopping point. What's the matter? Did I fuck you up with the dreams again?
No, I know what that happened with the Pogros or whatever.
Yeah.
I know what's happened. I know what Toddy did.
Leave that for in game.
Well, I don't know, so yeah. But Kevin wants to know. Actually, he has no clue what's going on. He thought you just had a nightmare. So don't worry. You're still safe.
Well, I mean, he was the only one awake at the time, so he wouldn't know about it anyway.
True.
Soul's awake, not paying attention.
Oh, that's true. You were reading. Toddy often mutters to himself anyway, so.
Yeah, it's Toddy being Toddy.
All right. So, thanks for playing, everybody. It was a good little downtime session following last week's. But I guess we'll be on our way to the Great Google Library next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Lecture everybody on the immorality of slavery on the way. That was my plan for the next.
You should do that. Also, I need everybody with all of your might to cheer on the twins right now, because if we get past the wildcard series, you all get a D4 of inspiration.
Hey.
Go Dodgers.
Fuck you. I'm actually okay with
Fuck your
yeah, there's-
inspiration, then. I don't need it. Just kidding. I'm not that much passionate about baseball that I care. So let's go Twins! Let's go Minnesota!
The further they get, the bigger your inspiration. So, all right. Okay. Have a great night, everybody. Good night.
You
Later,
too.
guys.
Night, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks.
Hey, everybody.